Yo, what's up? Welcome to the What More Can I Say podcast. What's happening? This is episode 2020. Okay, what's episode 20, guys? That's right, man. We got here, episode 20. Who would have thought 20 weeks ago we started our podcast in the middle of the pandemic, and look where it's came. We got a lot of people that follow us, a lot of people that watch. It's been great. Let me go ahead and get right to it, man. I am your host, Thots. Let me introduce you to my co-host. Let's go to the lady of the pod. Keke, what's up?
Hey, 20 episodes in, baby. I didn't know if we was going to make it, but we here.
Yeah, here. We done had babies and everything on this podcast.
Okay.
I know. Shout out to the new dad, man. Still going through early daddy childhood issues. Zach Boog.
What's up, brother? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm excited. 20 episodes of Dub. I'm on that tequila and Similac.
No,
with the tequila with the Similac. Hey.
Oh, God. Don't let him make the baby bottles, please.
That's how you make him go to sleep.
No.
Hey, just a little bit, just a think. Just a little think. He out.
Lord.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go ahead and get right to it, everybody. Let's jump right into it. It's been a lot going on. First up, legends in the building. Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle do a versus. Who would have thought? Keke, it's going to speak for the ladies. How'd you feel when you saw these legends on stage?
It was just all of the good vibes. It just reminded you of being at Big Mama house in the kitchen. Like, you know, this was not the battle of the aunties. This was the battle of the grandmas, the big mamas, the Medeas. Like, I don't know about, the rest of the women watching the pod, but when I get, up in age, I think I'm going to age like Patti LaBelle. Like, that is who I want to age like. I still want to be fierce. I still want to be sassy. Still want to get, there he is. I still want to get y'all dance. But, I want to age like Patti. Patti was still lit. Both of them actually were still lit. They was up giving you like dance moves. They was throwing shade at each other, but it was nice and classy. I love every minute of it. Like, I am so here for them. They really showed us how you should age in this industry and gracefully, still be paid too. Like, they living good. I loved it.
What about you, Zach? How'd you feel seeing the Battle of the Nanas?
Man, I love all them nanas. I loved it, bro. It was almost like, when they first came on and they was talking, I was like, I feel like I'm in grown folks' business. I shouldn't even be listening to this right here. And then they kept going. It was just a beautiful thing. And the thing is, if you watched that versus battle and you were eating regular snacks, you did yourself a disservice. If you had like popcorn and chips watching that, no, you got to have a pot of greens in your lap to watch that. I mean, just a whole pot. This is good. They was talking about that food they be cooking. She's like, I cook for like 15 people. I'm like, come on, man. Then when they danced, they wasn't twerking. It was just, it was just beautiful. I know they smelled like, what's that perfume all old women smell like? Diamonds.
White diamonds.
White diamonds. It smelled like white diamonds. Yes. All in that versus battle, boy.
Woo. Yes.
Oh, man. Yes. No, you did not say the white diamonds. That's the thing, Keke. This is something for all of you, and I'm glad you want to age like Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight, because I think your generation needs to pay attention to this. You heard it, they talking about how much they cook for men and their family. How many women you think these Instagram models out here, you think they cooking for 15 people? Hell no. They're not doing that. That is black woman magic. That's that, I don't know, they was probably born in the 50s or 40s, one of them two. But they don't make them like that, and they just show excellent class, though. It showed real, not to say real, they showed that back in the day, when you were an artist, they literally hand you a microphone and said, sing into that.
Yes.
And it was no auto-tune, it was no fix your voice, it was either you could sing or you couldn't.
Yes.
And I don't know if we're going to ever see that again. It's just nice to see them. And they still can sing the way they were singing back 30 years ago, 40 years ago, which is insane.
Now they did have a special guest join them, Dionne Warwick. Now, she sound like she didn't,
Don't do that,
Dionne Warwick. Sound like she been gargling razor blade.
I'm just saying they could have just left her out. They did not need to do that because they still sound the same. But then they call her up. She sounded like she had just smoked a pack of Newports. Like it was just not.
Black and Miles don't do nothing for your voice. When you smoke them for 50 years straight, I guarantee you, Dionne Warwick got crunchy lips. But still, that's
y'all leave her alone. She is 113 years old.
For real.
Okay?
For real.
She is old.
And y'all really throwing shade at Dionne Warwick. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
That's you. You talking about she smoked Black and Mild.
Yes, and they bogus because you peeped the pantsuits. They all had on pantsuits, right? So, you know, they all talked about how they was coming. And then she showed up and it was like her pantsuit was from like Burlington or something. Like it just wasn't.
Now, that ain't fair. Dionne Warwick is not getting the same money as Patty and Gladys. Gladys and Patty are paid. They still, I'm going to tell you, Patti LaBelle, when she came out with them pies, bow. That was another stream of income. True. Gladys Knight got our restaurants, bow. That's another stream of income. Both of them are doing well in financially. I'm not going to say Dionne Warwick isn't. But let's get to the most important point of the battle. Okay. Who won?
Oh, well.
I only knew 4 songs. So, who won? Like, you knew about every 4 songs. You didn't know all them songs. You better not act like you knew all of them songs that Gladys and Patti LaBelle was playing. Ain't no way.
I feel like they played the same songs a couple times though. Like
they played some back. They was so old with it.
They knew we didn't know the songs, so they just like, girl, play that again. Play that again. That's my cut. So, you know, I'm team Patty though. I have to say that. I love Patti LaBelle. My mama, she reminded me of my mom. So yeah.
Patty reminds everybody. If Patty's not your mama, you would want her to be your mama. Yes. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Everybody wants to be related to Patti LaBelle. Let's go ahead and keep it moving. There's been some craziness. Everybody's trying to pod. We're podding. It's been podcasting. Everybody talking. Shout out to Charlemagne. He's got his podcasting network. This is a lot of things happening in the podcasting space. Shout out Joe Buttons. We don't know where he's going to go. But look, Adam 22, No Jumper, which popped out. Basically, No Jumper has been popular, but it really brushed on the scenes this year, really. Late last year, early this year. So he's trying to build his podcasting network smart, putting people up under him. He decided to put Selena Powell on his YouTube page. And they had the podcast, The Thots Next Door, where they started talking about all the craziness, right? Talking about celebrities getting boo-booed on, all allegedly, people getting kidnapped. It just peed on. It was a mess. And now it's canceled. Keke, when you heard about Selena Powell, this whole situation, how do you feel?
Do you, like, who want to talk to the Thots Next Door? I mean, I don't want to hear nothing from a thought next door. So from the jump, the title, the name, Zach, stop. Because you don't get in trouble on the pod. This is episode 20. I don't want Brandy to come shut your computer down. Do not get in trouble. Okay? But the thought next door don't need a microphone. This is the problem with quarantine. Everybody's bored. Everybody's in the house. So now everybody is a talk show host, a comedian. They don't just keep being the thought next door. I'm sure that has gotten you far. So stay being the thought next door. We don't need you to be on a microphone. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Everybody don't need a microphone, period.
Facts. I agree with you too, Keke. Zach Boog, careful, you're a happily married man. Thots Next Door getting canceled. How'd you feel about that when you saw this whole craziness even happening, bro?
I mean, I'll tell you this. They're entertaining though. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't say that I was like, you know, I don't necessarily agree with what they're doing, but it was funny. Like the stories they would tell, they were kind of interesting, you know? So you like, cause you always see the Thots, but you know, a lot of Thots don't want to be Thots. The fact that they owned that they were Thots and they're like, hey, we're Thots, we do this. Like the one girl, she was on the No Jumper podcast and she was like, yeah, I slept with the whole Suns basketball team. You know what I'm saying? I gave them all.
I think it was the Suns. Allegedly, it was the Suns. It was allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly the Suns.
You do a team, you do the Suns?
20 episodes. 20. We want to get 21.
Okay, all right, my bad. But and then he was like, did you like, are you okay with that? She was like, yeah, it was lit. And I'm just like, wow, she's wild. You know what I'm saying? Very nasty, and I wouldn't touch them. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't, nah. I'm scared of the herpes that would come from even probably speaking to them in person. But it was entertaining. They took it too far with the alleged Odell Beckham stuff. You know, that was a little too far. And, you know, you ruin people. I guess what I'm saying is when you have people who work with a professional organization, like Odell is, you know, he's a brand. Like, he's not just a football player. He's not just a rapper. You start to mess things up, and, you know, you can mess up people's life like that. I don't agree with them trying to mess up people's life, but it was entertaining while it lasted for one episode. And it was, and let me
That's really, they only got one episode. Adam 22, No Jump is an awesome podcast. He gets people to really have a real interesting conversation with him. Super dope. I think he was like, he caught some smoke. Adam, people know who he is. People know him. They're going to press him if he has stuff like that on him. I think he let them have a little too much freedom, made a mistake. It's fine.
Should have had no name.
It should have been
a no-name
player, an R&B singer. It should have been something like that. I mean, I think that was cheap, but it doesn't matter. You don't, because when you start adding names, like Zach said, Keke, look, when you start adding names, people like Odell Beckham Jr. Let's just say that.
Yes.
Odell Beckham Jr., he makes money, right?
Yes.
There is a long list of people that make money off of Odell.
Okay.
So when you start messing with Odell, and he's responsible for people's kids going to college, he's responsible for people living good, he's responsible for somebody's new car, they're going to press you about messing with the golden goose. These people that they're talking about, or Trey Songz, or whoever else they were going to bring up, Selena Pop out of Snoop, these are people that, they're celebrities, but people make so much money off of them, they're not going to let the Thots next door take their money away. They just not going to have that happen.
But if the Thots next door are telling the truth, I mean, like, if you really did that, you got to just take the L that you did that.
Nah, it ain't happening like that. Now when you making too much money, not the Thots. Nobody's getting taken down by
do
Thots.
You see where I'm going with this?
What am I saying wrong?
What Keke is saying is that you have to own what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Not if you like to get boo-booed on. That's not.
But that's what I'm saying. But like, if
Keke's baby mama is wrong for that anyway, for saying and even talking about that. She is wrong. I said it before. I put it on my Instagram.
That's what I'm saying. These women have already let you know what they think of themselves. They're like, we're just Thots next door. Yeah. Y'all should be the one with sense and not do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? If he allegedly told her to take a video while she's on the toilet doing this and all that, why would you even give the Thot that much? I don't think these Thots next door are that creative.
No.
You know,
no, I don't think so.
It's some weird stuff going on.
You cheat your baby mama. You don't have to cheat whatever she's. I don't know if she's the mother to a son or a daughter. Regardless of the fact, Chief Keef is a GOAT. First of all, let's get that out the way.
Bye bye.
Bang bang. And I dare anybody. Chief Keef got sons out here on sons that have copied Chief Keef's energy. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have, when you Chief Keef, I know y'all might not be in a good space. Y'all might be feeling away, but I can guarantee you this. Chief Keef's records are going to be around well into their child's life. It's never, those songs are never going away. Okay. Never. Chief Keef could do a little
act like that.
Residency.
Toe act like Chief Keef Gladys Knight.
I do, don't I?
And Patty LaBelle. Them songs ain't never going nowhere.
They over there like, give them their respect. This ain't got nothing to do with if you out here boo-booing on people, don't expect to do that in front of me and I can't live to tell the story about it. You should pick who you boo-booing around.
See what happens though when you tell? You get your ass canceled.
Well, listen, you shouldn't have gave me.
He gonna say, well, that's not no answer, Keke. Well, listen. What? You just lost your podcast.
No.
You lost the platform. No Jumper, that YouTube page, I don't know how many millions of people follow it, but I'm sure it's a ton. She just blew up just by, if she had to just say R&B singer, football player,
I think it
some
should have been
bullshit
anonymous. I think it should have been anonymous. I do. And
No.
let us just guess.
Keke like tell.
We want the tea. If you gonna tell it, you gonna be the thought next door. Tell me all the facts. Run me down the names, the times, the dates, the receipts, all of that. Listen, girls, y'all want to go make y'all another YouTube page? Y'all don't need his. Make another one. Zach gonna watch. He just told you he gonna watch.
I'm gonna
So
watch.
there you go. You got at least one viewer. You want to know the tea. We want the full story. Don't give me no anonymous because that could be a lie. I want the facts. So I don't know. I don't care how much money you got. Don't do nothing around me you don't want me to repeat because it's my story to tell at that point. If I'm there, it's my story. If you're doing it to me, it's my story to tell. I'm sorry.
There would not be any podcast outings without some NDAs being signed between.
There you go. As much money as you make, if you sending all these people to college, nobody on your team make these thoughts sign the NDA.
Man, look.
Come on.
Keke, that's the thing with women. I don't know what it's like. I'm gonna tell you this, Zach. You better. I don't think this is gonna get you in trouble with your wife. Keke, I don't understand. Women don't have this. They don't have this. Y'all don't have penises.
No, we don't.
So when we get excited, all the blood rushes to that point in our body. And we lose blood from here. Yep. So all of the most irrational thinking makes sense at the time. So to tell the woman to get a videotaping, let me videotape you, or you videotape yourself while you taking a poo. Guess what? That makes sense because all of the blood is not here. It's down there.
It's leaving there. But if Tone, if I know that this is the pod with Tone, I'm on the pod with Tone. I need Tone to always be together, right? If I'm in a club and I know, okay, the blood leaving his head now, I see it happening, I'm going to go grab the NDA and I'm going to have the girl sign it. So, before you run off with Tone, I need you to sign this, baby girl. Don't ask no questions. That's how you protect the bag. So if he's sending people to college and paying everybody bills, somebody on your team should be responsible for the NDA. I'm just saying.
Keke, I'm glad to know.
I can't believe that we're making this about NDA and not the fact that Odell allegedly boo-booed on that girl. Like that.
Well, she wanted to boo-boo. He want her to boo-boo on him. He likes to get boo-booed on, allegedly.
Listen.
That's so nasty.
Listen.
That's messy.
I was just boo-booed on by my son. And it was not, and I love him. And I love him with all my heart. And it was nothing that it's just nothing that could possibly make me feel good or turn you on. Like it's shit. It's shit. I don't care if it comes out. Let me tell you something about shit. Whether it comes out a woman, a baby, a man, a child, it's all shit. It's nothing sexy about it. It's nothing sexy about it.
Yeah, that's an interesting fetish.
I hope you ain't on that, bro.
Who?
I'm talking to
He's talking to Odell, not Odell.
Okay.
Odell.
Because at first, y'all were already on. You know how many comments people said in the comments about me and the peeing in the bed and all that? Look, from last episode,
bruh.
Look, I said
that's what you into.
I was not tripping because she was a good person and she had really good vagina. So I thought when you drink, you lose control of your body. But when it happened like 2 or 3 times, we had to end it. But the first time, I was going to let you slide. So let me get that cleared up. Okay, let's get to this, man.
Him, y'all. Do not judge him.
Please don't judge him.
Please don't judge me. Let's go ahead and jump to this, though. Really, this is something we don't have to spend a lot of time on. And it looked like they were trying to work things out, but it didn't turn out right. Ray J files for divorce from Princess Love. Zach, you were married on the pod. How did you feel about this when you heard it?
Man, I was like, I know exactly what happened. She took him back, but when women take you back, they don't take you back. Like, it wasn't like they went back to normal. He was going through hell and hot water when he was back. Let me tell you, it's nothing like walking on eggshells in your own house where you can't say nothing right. You can't ask for nothing. You can't do nothing because she gonna go off on your ass. And then he was just like, I can't take this. Here's my Ray J impression. Princess, you got to understand, princess, if you're going to forgive me, you got to forgive me. I don't want them. I just want to be with you and my daughter. You know how Ray J get. And
that's actually not a bad Ray J impression.
Yeah, no, princess, don't do that. Okay? Like, you took me back. I know it was a stripper. I was drunk, princess. You know what I'm saying? He's begging and pleading, and she is not going. It's just like, once you hit that certain level, like, I think, like, in relationships, sometimes you can do so much dirt that it's better to just leave than try to save it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I
You
think
try
that's
to save it.
Yeah, like, it's
you're
just
gonna
too
get
far
tortured the whole
gone.
way.
It's too far gone. Hopefully they can get, like, I just hope that they can get on the same term for the kids. You know what I'm saying? That's all I hope. You know, Ray J. Yeah. And you never know. They come on, how many times they done filed for divorce? That's their thing too. Like, that's their little thing. Like, I'll file for divorce. Like, they did that like 10 times and gotten back together. Are they really getting ready to divorce?
Yeah, I forgot about that. This is like number 7. I'm filing for divorce.
I'm filing for divorce. That's their thing.
Keke, when you saw this, how did you feel? You know, we have seen them say, hey, we filing for divorce. And I figured they were trying to work things out. I mean, now it looks like it could possibly be final, maybe.
You know, I actually, you know how I want to root for relationships. I want to root for Black love. But these two, I feel like they had no business getting married in the first place. Once a dude push you in a pool on national TV, laugh and walk off. I don't know if y'all ever seen this on Love and Hip Hop.
I saw it.
I didn't see it.
And I don't even watch
that. Pushed her in a pool tone. Fully dressed, makeup, head to toe, hair done. The man pushed her in the pool and walked off and started laughing during an argument. Once that happened, it's no coming back for me. I can't do this. So now 2 kids later, girl, go on, get your half of that check or that little Ray J con or whatever he got going on. Get your little headphone sets that he got. You know, he got the little channel they launched on YouTube. Get half of that and go on about your business. She's a beautiful young lady. I feel like she has wasted way too much time trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. Ray J.
A hoe?
A hoe. Ray J is for the streets. Ray J belonged in that club with you and Future on that video.
Keke, don't do me like that. Keke, you don't know my life, Keke. You don't know what I've been through, Keke. You don't know that. I pushed her in the tub in the pool because I was trying to baptize her. I was trying to get her those shirts.
No, little Ray J Jr. No, it ain't gonna work. Listen,
I resent you saying he needs to be in the club with me and Future.
Did you see that video of Tone and Future in the club?
Man, dog.
Before there was Drake, it was Tone and Future, the toxic duo.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. He was just my guy. Y'all see I get sensitive when y'all start talking about my homie, man. Like, that's your boy.
That video made it all make sense. If you new to the pod, go back and watch all the episodes where we talked about Future. Tone always comes to his defense. Now I know why. Because before it was a Drake and Future, it was a Tone and Future.
Bro, when I saw the video, they had the same look in their eyes.
Yes.
Like, they just be looking the same way.
Yes.
I was like, oh, man,
yes.
that's his boy.
That's my boy. I'm like, sing that to these girls. Boy, sing that to these women. No, you just being honest.
Team Toxic. Team Toxic. So yes, Ray J belongs on the stage with Tone the Future, and you know he's not ready for marriage. No.
Oh my God, man! I have no comments on that one. I'm going to just move us to the next topic. Kanye tweeted out some things saying that he needs apologies from J. Cole and Drake, and I don't know, man. I got my own thoughts about this. I can't wait to say my piece on it. Zach, you always have something interesting to say about Kanye. Go ahead, get to it, bro.
It ain't that interesting today. You know, like at the end of the day, this is what Kanye does. You just have to understand. You got to take people for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we keep reacting every time he goes on a tweet rant, you know, we're gonna always be reacting. This is how he is. He gets really irradical. He calms down, and then he turns back up. He can't help it. I don't even think he's like crazy no more. I just think this is his real personality. Like he thinks it, and then he be like, I'm gonna tweet it. You know what I'm saying? And then I think that we read everything from Kanye extra aggressively. You know what I'm saying? He might have said, oh, I like to sit down with Sean Carter in that way. You know what I'm saying? But we read it like, and I gotta talk to Sean Carter too, because you read it like he yelling, you know. So I just need Ye. I need somebody to go talk to Kanye West. Like he needs his family with him. I think he gets by himself. I think he starts smoking. He starts smoking. He started getting there with making them beats in Wyoming with that pastor lady. You know what I'm saying? Like he just needs some help, man. He just needs some help. Ye is Ye, bro. It's at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I don't even think he said nothing wrong on this one. Did he go off on somebody yet?
No, but wait till I get to. Oh, I can't. Keke, come on, because I'm ready to get mine off.
Oh, well, I won't be long. Listen, I just think, Kanye is going to keep us entertained. The Kardashians are ending their show. So now Kim can divorce him in peace and go off with her bag. So, that's just what I think is about to happen. And, Kanye, just.
Keke, you think they're going to get a divorce for real?
Yes. Me and Tone told you that the girl's sleeping with Meek Mill. You forgot. Did you forget?
Allegedly. That's what we thought.
See, they go Tone with the NDA. He come, this is how you gotta have each other back. So, I spilled the fake tea. He come with the allegedly.
Allegedly.
So, yes, allegedly. They're gonna get a divorce. And this is all, a bigger part of the plan. And Kanye just likes to get our attention. I feel like he has studied the Twitter algorithm, so he knows if he tweets on Mondays before we start potting, we will talk about him. And this is what happens every single week. So that's all I'll say. Tone, let's get to you. I want to know what you got to say.
Okay, so this me. I'm invested in the Kanye situation because Kanye is one of the bigger artists that I ever interviewed. And just from Chicago, I watched the whole grind and I'm happy for him, right? Because the old Kanye, or even Kanye period, is not asking Drake, not a single soul, for an apology. I want an apology. You Kanye, you don't ever ask for apologies. The bravado. Everybody fell in love with the bravado and the I don't care and I speak my mind. That's the Kanye that we love. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna call it because Keke will get mad at me. I'm not gonna call it the Kardashian curse, but I will say this: when you with somebody that's changed, when you with somebody, they can change your energy. Kim has 100% changed the Ye energy. When he was with Amber Rose, he was cursing out Taylor Swift on the stage. He had Hennessy bottles in his hand. He need that stripper hood girl. He does not need a Kim Kardashian.
Oh, that's not ever.
Random women he was dating before that. He needs you cannot be this type of guy. Yes. It's insane. I said, apology, Kanye. You realize that you are like one of the top. Drake looked up to you. Drake looked up to you. That's why Drake was doing stuff for Kanye, because he was his idol when he first started rapping, or one of them. You can't do this. And it just, to watch it and just to say, I want an apology. He almost want to say, man, J. Cole and everybody, I want to put you guys in timeout. Something crazy like some old Kardashian Calabasas. Dude, you from Chicago. Stop.
So
It frustrates me. Kanye stuff frustrates me. It stresses me out so bad because he's one of my favorite artists of all time.
Why you always blame Kim though? You
because he was okay. Look,
what?
Before Kim and after Kim, is there a difference?
He was the same person. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to realize. Listen, now.
The music ain't even been the same since he got with Kim. He's not made a dope album since he's been married.
It's not.
He may not be fighting for the things that we expect him to fight for, or him to be radically. But he's always been this. He's always been this aggressive with what he's saying. He's always said he was a genius before they said he was. They said Dave Chappelle said when he met Kanye West, when Kanye wasn't nobody, he stood on the table and said, "I'm a genius. It's the best song you ever gonna hear." Blah blah. He's always been like this.
He wouldn't do that anymore.
He said,
like, guys, you like it?
No. Let me tell you the difference. The difference is, before he was saying George Bush don't like black people. We agreed with what he was saying, so we supported it. Now that we don't agree with what he's saying, we're not supporting it. But the action has not changed. He's still the same person. He's always been like this. Now he has a Twitter account. That's the only difference. The difference
It's a
between
little
Kanye
bit
West,
of weakness. It's a sprinkle of weak Calabasas,
blame that on
Kardashian
Kim.
in there.
You
It's
cannot
a little
blame
bit in there
Kim.
that
he's
taints
the
it.
same dude. He just talking about different stuff now.
Keke, now you tell me this. Did you watch the interview between Nick Cannon and Kanye?
I saw clips. I can't watch a whole Kanye interview. I get confused.
I do too.
I do too.
We all do. But he had moments of Chicago Ye popping out. When he said, I make more money than Donald Trump. And these different comments,
because he's the same person.
Tone, he does not need a thought next door to be successful and to be the Kanye we know and love. How about this, Tone? How about this? He got older. He's experienced life. He's experienced loss. He's had children, daughters. He's saved and filled with the Holy Ghost. Maybe that's why he didn't calm down. And that's why he has gotten a little bit softer with his approach. You want him to go out there and throw up vice lords, stand on the tables, cuss everybody out. You want
them need to hang out with him. He need to phone them with him.
Let me tell you
He need to go to the strip club. He need to go to Booby Trap in Miami when it opened back up and just sit there for hours.
No.
Chicago niggas don't let you change, do they?
Clearly.
They don't let you change.
Yes.
But he's supposed to be on phone now.
Yes.
You're like, what?
Like he's supposed to have a pelly coat. He's supposed to be like, no, that's gone. It is dead and gone. So we have to grow. It is not Kim Kardashian's fault that the man is getting old and soft.
Oh my God, it is 100% the Kardashians' fault.
He's been this emotional.
I'm not gonna go into my Kardashian. I'm not gonna go into my Kardashian rant. I'm not gonna go into my Kardashian rant. Okay. I'm not. But just take a look at all of the dudes and see what happens after they run into them. That's all I'm saying. It's a hell of a coincidence that every man that ever ran into them Kardashians.
You just said you wasn't gonna go into your rant.
Here you go.
You went into it. Go ahead.
But would you say
Lamar Odom, 6th man of the year, crackhead.
Here you go.
Scott Disick comes for money. All of a sudden, he's in rehab. He a crackhead.
Let me tell you something. Why do
Rob Kardashian was a smooth brother. He got chubby and had a baby by a stripper.
Tone. These people was already messed up. You just don't become a crackhead. You had to have a little crack in you. You know, back when he was 6th man, it just got bad. It just got bad when he was with them.
Tristan Thompson. Nobody even knew Tristan Thompson. We saw him having motorboating girls in a strip club. It's all bad, bro.
He been motorboating.
Not had a good season since.
Tone, the only thing the Kardashians do is bring attention and resources to your problem.
Yes.
That's all they do. You already got the problem. They just bring attention and resources. Yes. See, the reason when Lamar Odom was 6th man of the year, guess what? He was 6th man of the year. He was still hooping. Everything's good. He could do his little crack and keep it moving. He was a functioning crackhead back then.
Zach, what he do? He do
a little crack and keep it moving. You know, he just keep it moving, knock the pad off. You know, he had Kobe with him. He was good. But then he sat down, and then it's more attention. It's more eyes on you. You're following your every move. That's what happens. You think that was the first pair of tits that Tristan Thompson motorboated?
Nope.
He's been motorboating tits his whole life, Tom.
Yep.
It's just now he's with the Kardashian, and you can see him now doing it with the attention. Guess what? If I was to marry a Kardashian or date a Kardashian, y'all be like, boy, Zach changed. I had no idea he was doing all that. No, I was doing it now.
Yeah.
Zach, I'm not going to say nothing, man. I'm not going to go into my Kardashian rant. We'll just watch this. We'll watch it, and we can mark it in episode 20. If it happens, we're not wishing for a breakup of a family. No, we are not. I am not. But if Kanye leaves Kim Kardashian, or they leave each other and decide to say, no, we're going our separate ways, Kanye will go on a run that's epic musically. And that's a fact.
Because he's going to be hurt. Everybody makes their best music when they break up with somebody.
Yes.
Okay, you're right about that.
Yeah, like, it's not, no. These people been doing weird stuff. They've been into weird stuff. That's why Odell Beckham allegedly getting exposed. Like, y'all, they do weird stuff.
If he was with a Kardashian, Tone would be like, see, he ain't like Boo Boo before.
Yeah, like, no, he ain't just getting into this.
Yeah,
He been doing it
like Boo Boo. He did like
exactly.
Look, I'm not gonna go on my Kardashian rant anymore. We go ahead and move on. This was interesting. And I don't really know what to think about because you don't want to play with domestic abuse. There's people struggling with that daily, across the world, across our country, you know, in our city. Tamar Braxton and David, his last name, I don't know his last name, is super African. Shout out to my African brothers. I don't want to mess the name up. It's a very African last name. They got into it and he came out. And a lot of times people don't, and the guys don't want to come out because it seems AKA soft to come out. Even in the comments, people were telling them to man up and all these different things. Zach, let's go to you first. How were you feeling when you heard about Tamar Braxton? My God, don't get the pod canceled, Zach, about Tamar Braxton allegedly abusing her boyfriend.
All right. You want the politically correct answer or you want to know what I really think?
We podding, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
I thought it was weak. I thought that was weak, bruh. Bruh, you come on, bruh. I understand you, like you said, you're an African brother. You know, strong African brothers, they be a little stronger than regular men anyway. You know what I'm saying? And he said, when that man said, let me tell you, when he said I got hit in my ablupa, what did he say he got hit in?
When he explained what it was, it's the vein that takes all the brain to the blood to the brain. I was like, you a wild dude.
When he didn't just say she hit me in the neck. No, he didn't say that. He was like, she hit me and she ruptured my lumbre. And I immediately called my mom. Look, bruh. Listen. I hate to be insensitive because, you know, when men talk about abuse, we do get overlooked and we're not able to really, you know, get the same empathy that women get. But at the same time, bro, like, get out the car or something. Like, I don't know what you need to do, bro. Like, why are you in this situation? Y'all don't have kids together. Y'all don't, like, what are your ties?
Love, like, man. That's the thing. So
they weren't even together that long.
But love, but you can't tell people when they're not together that long that love doesn't, like, lock people in. It locks you in. It locks you in. And I know, I get what you're saying. Some of the stuff seemed like it was a little bit, it just felt like he was stretching a little bit. A little.
I'm not saying I'm not saying it.
But it's abuse though, Zach.
I'm not saying he didn't get hurt, but he ain't in no neck brace talking about it. He ain't got no black eyes. He ain't got no scratches. He is a fully functioning dude. He has no, you know, like, people got, man, I seen Meg got shot and didn't want to say nothing. You got punched in the neck and you acting like she done. Come on, bro.
Zach,
come on, man.
Today. You potted that.
He potted. Zach letting it out.
I'm just saying, bro. It just seemed. I'm gonna tell. He seemed weak. That's what it looked like to me. It seemed weak. I didn't even want to use the W word.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you another perspective, Zach. You tell me what you think about it. All right, okay. Go ahead. Keke, go ahead.
I absolutely think that there is abuse going on in that relationship, but I don't think he is being abused. I think he is the abuser. I'm taking Tamar's side in this. Yes, I am.
No.
Yeah. No. Yes. No. Yes.
He's getting hit, Keke.
No. How she end up?
That's an abused man. He's getting hit. He getting hit.
No. I seen in his eyes. He got hit.
No.
Well, yeah. No. You can tell it. You can tell a dude that took a lick.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe it. If he took one, she was defending herself. Okay. I just feel like this dude has been on a press run ever since she ended up trying to commit suicide, and he was the only person in the room. You were the witness. You were there on the scene, and you knew what was going on. It's just a big mess. And I've met Tamar, I've worked with Tamar, and it's just something about this relationship has been off from the beginning. And the clips I saw of the reality show, dude definitely got something to hide. Low key, he might be one of them dudes who be hitting the girls up on Facebook trying to come over here if we want to keep it a buck, and he just got lucky.
You talking about trying to marry you?
Yeah, you know, and they always come for the big girls. I got so many Africans in my DM trying to marry me, child. You know, it's just keeping it real. So these fools, I believe, you know, something is not adding up with David. And that, because that ain't his real name, but I just feel like something is not adding up with him, and I don't trust him. And I feel like Tamar, all of her family, her sisters need to come and surround her because something is not right with Buddy. I just don't trust him.
Go ahead.
That is the quote of the pod.
What?
First of all, that is the quote of the pod, Keke. You have been on fire for the past few episodes, my girl.
That's so funny.
That's so funny.
It's
I don't
so
even know
real, though. It's so real.
I'm gonna tell you this: 2 things. I've never seen an African brother be not dominant. That from brothers from Africa they're a different type, not abusive. They're dominant alpha dude.
That's
They're alpha. You hear how they talk to their girls, you be like, ooh, I don't know. You hear it. That's just their culture. Shout out to all my African brothers out there. Secondly, do I believe that he's been abused? I can tell you this. A lot of times in that abusive stuff, I feel like it's you say your side, this another side, it's somewhere in the middle. I tell brothers all the time, man, don't sit and deal with that. Don't sit and deal with it because eventually, because we are, i.e., the most powerful person in the relationship physically, in most cases, is that, man, when you dealing with a woman that's picking at you, calling you a name, doing this, you might ignore it one day, you might ignore it 2 days, you might ignore it 3 days, and then one day you done had a bad day, and that's when things get different.
Yeah.
If you're dealing with a fighter, if you're dealing with somebody that's disrespecting you,
get out of there.
Dealing with somebody talking crazy to you, pushing on you, slapping on you, calling you out your name, it's no reason to be with people. You just don't. And anyway, you're the rebound dude anyway. You're the rebound.
That was my point, though. I said
he's the rebound guy anyway. You got to know when you're in the rebound situation. It might feel good, but Tamar was with Vince for what? How many years?
Like 12.
They didn't have enough ties for him to be fighting this hard and be doing interviews.
Man, this pimple big. Man, that's a big ass pimple. I'm so mad. The mask. Oh.
Okay, and
that's a big ass pimple I got. Okay, anyway.
Here's the point that nobody's talking about. They are past the toxic age. I mean, they're past the age to be in a toxic relationship. Okay.
No, I don't think that's the case, though, Zach.
That's definitely the case. Tamar, 43. You should not be dealing. This is some 20-year-old toxic stuff. Hitting, calling mamas. That's young toxic stuff. They too old to be this toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You might move on to different types of problems, but it ain't that. That's childish problems they having. Like, I had to call my mama, he hit me. Dude, you don't have no kids by her. Y'all not married. Y'all don't have nothing to, like, y'all ain't been together a long time. Leave, bro. Leave. As soon as you got hit in the neck, I would have been like, oh, that really hurt really bad? No, I'm about to drop her off. She got the next back. I wouldn't even say that. I would pull this car over. I pulled the car over and Ubered home, left her right there. I swear, and be done. Never talk to her again.
But you know what it is, Zach, though? You know what it is? Because she's super famous, and he knows once he ends that relationship, the fame's gone. Tamar's the star. So that's what Keke said. That's the part that made me, I got it, make the first statement, and because you put a police report out in case it comes out, you beating the story, right? Mm-hmm. But what Keke's saying, that's what made me feel like, this don't feel right in a way, because he went on a press run.
Yes.
If you're an abused person, I don't think you want to talk about it more than one time.
This soon, like it just happened. It's like he got out the car, he hung up with his mama, and then he got on Instagram Live. Something like that. And you know, just watching their relationship, like she was way too public with him anyway from the beginning. I remember how long it took her to even let Vince on Instagram. So like she dated Vince or married Vince for years, but he always played the background. Now you come with this new dude and y'all doing Instagram lives every single day. Y'all showing us the apartment. He's on the reality show. No, David is trying to secure a bag and secure some fame and a deal. He done got over here out of them Facebook DMs, and now he's trying to come on the come up. Don't fall for it. I really think something's shady with him, and I believe that Tamar needs to be the one getting out the relationship and running from him.
I mean, I'm gonna say this: Tamar, she did that on purpose because she tried. We don't know what Vince is doing. Vince, she probably see Vince doing some stuff or hear about Vince got young women running up and down in their house naked, whatever she got going. So she turning up, giving him the fame. That's a classic. You know, broke up with my ex. You know how ladies do. Y'all are the queens of Instagram. When y'all break up, I got rid of that dead weight. It's all kind of wild ass captions.
Somebody definitely posted that about you because you say that caption every time we talk about this.
I do, don't I?
That girl that called you dead weight and you have not let it go.
I have not.
You are nobody's dead weight.
Okay?
You know how hard it kept me from not responding to the dead weight thing? I was like, dead weight? And threw my phone up. You get that dead weight comment, you be like, oh,
so
I want to get her back. You got to remain playing. Let's go ahead and get to this, man. T.I., and it's interesting, man. We've seen this happening with a bunch of celebrities. They always ask, hey, promote this, promote this, promote this, and then you get in trouble. And I never really bought into the cryptocurrency stuff. T.I. has to pay $75,000 for promoting false cryptocurrency information. Basically, a guy told T.I. to get behind his companies and for a new cryptocurrency. And T.I., being a businessman, thought, hey, I'm about to be in on the next Bitcoin or whatever else. And he has to pay $75,000. How y'all feel about that, man? How you think T.I.'s feeling, Zach?
I mean, it doesn't matter. T.I. doesn't care. As long as he's not going to jail, he'll pay whatever. You understand what I'm saying? T.I. is not going back. Do you think T.I. sleep? He is like, how much? $75,000. Okay, he wrote the check and it's in the mail. This situation is already handled. As long as he does not have to go back to the penitentiary. You know, you call it the penitentiary when you've been in jail. You know, the only people. If you want to know if a dude has been locked up, if he called jail the penitentiary, he's done hard time. Okay, just want to give you that.
Yes.
If they be like, I ain't going to jail, that means he ain't never been. Niggas say, man, I ain't going back to the penitentiary. But the penitentiary, he'll kill him. That's what you got to realize. So, T.I. is definitely not going back to jail. It's just not happening, bro.
Oh my God, fool. Go ahead. Keke. T.I. having to pay $75,000 with something I think we of course know he has it, but it just seems like for the stupidest reason investing in a cryptocurrency. Did you even buy the Bitcoins when they first started coming up?
You know, I told you I don't play with my money, okay? I like my money green, and I like, I can feel it. I don't want to do bad coins. I don't want to get in those circles, none of that. So I don't play around with my coins. But T.I., I really don't blame him. Look, we in quarantine. They not doing shows. They not filming movies like that. The man trying to make some extra money, okay? I'm just happy, people, I've been seeing all type of weird things on celebrities' Instagram accounts. People selling tea, waist trainers, they selling all type of stuff just to keep above, ground. And T.I. got a lot of kids. So the man got to sell whatever he got to sell. I don't blame him. So he saw that as an easy couple $1,000s he could put in his pocket. And now he messed up. But that's okay. He got it in the bank to, pay it back. So hopefully it all works out. But yeah.
And T.I.'s, go ahead, Zach.
Speaking of people trying to get their bag, Nelly is on Dancing with the Stars. Just want to let y'all know. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is, bro.
I'm not mad at Nelly. Don't do Nelly. I'm not mad at that. No, there's nothing wrong with Dancing with the Stars for Nelly at this point. Guys, stop. Don't do Nelly.
Tone distraught. Yeah, bro, he was out there tangoing in the all red outfit.
He's on there. Nelly, one of the top selling artists of all time, is on a show with Carol Baskin from the Tiger King.
Yes.
Yes.
It's true. Yes, it is.
Yes, it's true.
Oh my God. I didn't know. That's how you know people got bills to pay. I'm not mad at it. Dancing with Stars give people a new little, it gives them a kick. Now that show does give you a little kick in the pants.
Yes. With the old people, they watch it. You know, they love Nelly.
People got expenses, man. They got expenses. They got real bills.
Yes.
Nelly can't go out and do his shows no more. He was like, I got to do something.
Yes.
That means when it's over for me, I'm going to be doing announcements at like, I don't know, at an expo.
Bingo.
People go like, I heard that voice before. I'm like, look, we the Pottery Barn is open. We like what?
I'm gonna be the little man on the metro train making the little stopping. Oh my God.
I'm gonna be doing church announcements for everybody. Yes. Like I'm part of the media ministry.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Doing it for the Lord.
I get it. I get it. I'll say this. The side note to this story is really weird because what do you think the guy that T.I. invested the money, went in with the guy and promoted his business? What do you think he did with the money? I'll tell you. He bought a Lamborghini, jewelry, houses, and expensive clothes with all the money invested in his company to do Bitcoin. He never spent one dime of it going towards, the cryptocurrency. It all went for jewelry, clothes, houses, and cars.
Yep.
That's insane.
That's so
That's
stupid.
insane.
That's so stupid.
Scamming is at an all-time high, baby.
Kings be tripping, if you know what I'm saying.
Kings be tripping.
Let's get to this. Andrew Gilliam interview with Tamar Hall. Shout out to Tam. This was a really good interview, and it just hit everybody because of a curveball that he threw. We thought that he was going to tell everybody, hey, I'm gay. This is what it is, whatever. But he came on there with his wife and, let everybody know that he was bisexual. Zach, when you heard about this whole story, what happened? How were you feeling when you heard about this? Because this was one of those ones you were like, whoa.
I kind of knew he was, I assumed that he was gay when he got caught with the male escort in Miami, with the overdosed male escort. I figured, I was like, okay, he's gay. But I didn't, at that moment, I still didn't care. I was like, okay, he's gay, whatever. He had a wild night with an escort. They was doing all types, they probably had a great time. But when I found out he was married, I was like, oh. So now my only question is, did she know or did she find out that night?
She 100% found out that night.
Because if she found, that's the thing. It's like, okay, and so it's not for us to say whether what we thought. Is really up to her. I want to hear her side of the story. Like, did she find out when he got caught, or is this something that she knew he did? You know what I'm saying?
This was a crazy story, and I was just, to me, I was wondering, Keke, I was wondering, like, hey, this story's been out forever,
right?
Why now? What are you trying to salvage? Because, it kind of is what it is. And then you saw his wife. When you saw this whole thing, his wife next to him, the story coming out, because I know you the media queen, princess. What was your thoughts? Like, why now? Why his wife's with him? What were all your thoughts, Keke?
Well, it's political season right now. So, he's trying to salvage any little piece left of his political career. But,
that's over.
It's over,
that's
right?
Over.
It's over with. So, in my point of view, I don't know what his wife is doing. I don't know what, God bless her, because honey, I would have been on TV, but it would have been for a whole nother different cause, okay, if I was the wife, okay? I would have been on the news, but it wouldn't have been because I'm sitting here doing the interview, child. It would have been because y'all on the run. So, it's, God bless her ministry, because I don't know what she's sticking around for, because all the political hype around him is gone. But him coming out saying he's bisexual, there is a group, that he is speaking up for a group, and maybe he will be the leader for that group and he could be the spokesperson for that group. But right now his credibility is shot. Like, you know, for you to have a wife and kids and then you're found like that, like it's different if you was caught in, you know, by TMZ out on a date, but honey, you was ass out. Like you was out here. So, literally. So
ass out. Ass out. That's tacky, Keke.
I'm just saying, it's not much repairing we can do. And, you know, I don't know, maybe she's sticking around for the kids, but me.
That's what I'm saying. What about the wife? That from that perspective, Keke, like your husband gets caught with a male prostitute. And even what Zach's saying, like, it's like, yo, and the part of it, all of that stuff doesn't make sense.
I literally thought
why he comes out right now. That's my key. Like, this has been out for a while. Why now?
I told you, he's trying to save any little piece of that career that he can save. You know, big things are happening. I know I say her name wrong all the time, but we might have a black female. There you go, vice president. He wants to be a part of that. You know, it's a lot of things happening this year, and it's just, to me, but it's just pointless for him. I don't see it for him.
Nobody cares that you gave it. When you get caught with the stripper that overdosed, I mean, not the stripper, but the escort that overdosed.
Yes.
That's the thing.
I don't know.
We did. I thought he was just gay. That doesn't bother me. But then but the fact that he was with the prostitute, so you weren't even like gay enough to just have your own man. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Do you know what? I'm leaving that, right? We moving on.
Can I get this out?
Okay, go ahead.
I got to. Cause
we already canceled, no.
We here.
I just want to know when they caught him, did the police like bust in like, police? And then he turns around, his pants are down, he's got like powder around his nose. He trying to wake him up, like, wake up. He think he's going to jail. It was the worst way. I just imagined it like it was the worst way to get caught like that, especially as somebody who was running for governor. Just not the way you want to get caught. And I mean, I guess this helps people, because the people who are bisexual, who really want to just express themselves and be honest, man, it's just so much easier to just be honest and live your truth, opposed to sneaking and hiring prostitutes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna say nothing about anything what people do. What people do, I've always had this thought, for the most of it, whatever you do in your personal time is your person. I don't care what you do. But you will get these jokes when you caught naked. Naked with an overdose escort. Yeah. That's a joke. That's definitely a joke there, Andrew. It was a joke. And it's definitely, Tamar is a journalist, because when he's saying, yo, I'm bisexual, she did not look at the wife one time. She locked in on Andrew, because if I was interviewing him, the moment he said he was bisexual, I would have instantly been like, so what do you think about that?
Man, I was like,
it'd have been I couldn't have held it in.
He been through enough.
I would have had to know that story.
He been through enough.
That's an interesting thing, man. Let's go ahead. Before we get out of here, this is the question of the pod. The question for the pod. Here we go. Friends borrowing money. Do you, damn, Keke, do you believe in letting friends borrow money? Keke, since you made that horrible ass face, talk to us.
No, and no. You can't borrow nothing from me. Don't ask me. I don't got it. I ain't never gonna have it. Don't ask me, because I'm not willing to lose my friendships over money, because I want my money. That's it. I don't want to have to ask you. I don't want to have to text you. I don't want to have to drop a hint to you. I don't want to send you a Cash App notification. If you borrow something from me, why do I have to ask you for my money back? You know, that has happened too many times. So if you in need, don't come to me. I don't want to interrupt with whatever God doing in your life. Maybe he taking you through a storm on purpose, okay? Don't let me interfere with Master's plan. So don't ask me. I ain't got all these payday loan people out here, all these car loan people out here. Baby, you could join one of these circles for $5 now. Don't ask me.
Circles?
Got it. I don't have it.
Circle.
So, it's a lot of people you can borrow money from, but I'm not that girl. So don't ask me.
Oh my God, circles. Shout out to people that's on them boards, not me. Zach, go ahead. Not anymore. Zach, man, go ahead, man. Friends borrow money. Is that something that you do?
Well, Tone, just recently, I just started making a little change. So, to tell you the truth, I've always been on the opposite end of, hey, let me borrow that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give it back. Now, I always borrow something that I can give back, and you ain't got to come find me. When I say I'm going to give it back to you, I definitely give it back to you. And I never want to borrow large amounts of money. You know what I'm saying? It's been times in my career, you know how radio is, it's rough. Like, you ain't really getting it like that. I'd be like, hey, bro, I don't have no gas. Like, I spent my last gas getting here. Can you give me a dub, till I can stretch it till, Friday. And they'll give it to me, I give it back to them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people I borrowed it from be like, Zach, don't worry about it. Like, they knew my situation. They be like, just keep it, don't worry about it. But so for me, it definitely depends on the amount, and it depends on the person. That's what's important to me. The person. Do I think the person may just be going through a tough time, and I know they a hard worker, and it's just not their time, not their season to reap? Oh, I'll let you borrow it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you give it back to me. But if it's people, everybody got that people who just F their money up, bro.
Yes.
It's you, bro. You had I saw you had $3,000.
Yes.
It's people I know right now, got the PPP loan, had 10 bands, still hurting, but they fresh. I never seen the freshest broke people I've ever seen in my life. I mean, he just bought some Gucci shoes. I mean, all luxury stuff that you don't need. Like, bro, you had gym shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff. Man, and then they tell you a lie. Then they tell you a story. Well, I had to give my sister some money. You gave her $200.
Yep.
You should have $9,800 left.
Yep.
You like, what are you doing with your money? It depends on the person, man. Some of these people just F their money up. And since they do that, I'm not gonna contribute to your habit. Like Keke said, this is like a drug addict. I'm not gonna buy you no crack, bro.
Yeah, that the borrow money thing for me, we have friends, we got a friend group that people will borrow money. Hey man, look, I need this. You know what I mean? I'm a little short. This happens. Anybody I don't never have to borrow money from people. God bless you. Some of us do because we overextend ourselves. Life happens. You end up having to buy air conditioning for $9,000 you didn't expect. You're like, I need a little. Hey bro, you got 100? I need 100. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't want to spend what's left in my account because something might hit my account. So I'm gonna take this $100 in cash and just eat, get gas.
Oh yes, right. I don't like those type of people either.
We do that, but see, we do it in our group. And if you first of all, if you mess that loan up so nobody else will loan you money. So we gonna all badmouth you like a bad credit report to the 6 other people in the friend group. Like, man, he ain't even called me. He called me and talked to me for a week and then hit me up for asking money. And then all of a sudden he ain't calling me no more and I ain't get my money back. Like, what? So it just spreads through the friend group like bad credit. You can never borrow anything. A lot of times I'm like you, Keke. I'm like, yo, I just don't. I'll say I don't have it. The times that I have gave money away, I haven't gotten it back. And I think when you're man enough or woman enough to ask for the bread, ask for that money, you got to be woman and man enough to say, hey, I can't give it back right now.
Yes.
I can't give it back right now.
You got to say it.
I'm still in my dark season. And I think sometimes because the way life happens and all of that, especially amongst really good friends, I think people, if you communicate, that's the problem. People that borrow money are bad communicators most times.
No, let me ask y'all something.
Go ahead.
Y'all just made me think of something.
Oh snap!
This is an old friend of mine. This happened. This person asked to borrow money for a vacation.
See.
I almost lost my mind.
See. Mm-hmm.
It was like, if everybody puts in, I can go.
Yeah.
You want us to fund your vacation? Like, you're supposed to borrow for gas, food, and lights. Life or death. You should never come to nobody to lay on the beach. Bro, I'll beat your ass. Like, bro, what did you just ask me?
Yes.
The audacity of you to ask to pay on your vacation is something like, you be like, man, I can't believe you even asked me for that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's gotta be some, come on, it's gotta be some rules. You should know yourself and your, like, come on, man, your people. Don't ever try me like this. Is a real story. That's why I got so upset about it.
Man, easy, champ. Easy there.
Might be the tequila and Similac.
That's real though. Tom said it too. He said, when people come and say, well, I don't want to spend the last that's in my account. So you want to spend my money? I don't understand that.
Only if you got the excess.
Don't come to me unless your account negative. Don't even like, why would I? You got it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend what's in my account. You know, I like to keep a little cushion. What you need to tap into your cushion because you're trying to tap into mine. I don't have it. I don't got it, but I can tell you where the nearest payday loan store is. That's how I move.
Shout out Americash. Shout out Americash.
People start, and then when you want your money back, they like, oh, let me get her this little $40 back. Let me get her this little $100. It wasn't a little $100 or a little $40 when I gave it to you.
You sure what?
Yeah, so don't make me feel like I'm borrowing money from you to get my money back. No, I'm not doing it. No. That's
a fact. All right, man, let's wrap it up. That's episode 20. Who could believe that we started this podcast 20 weeks ago? Yeah. I'm excited. I know y'all excited and super proud of all of the progress we made over these past 20 weeks. Let's go ahead and get to it. Final thoughts, Zach Boog, you first. Talk to me.
We started this podcast in a pandemic, and 20 weeks later, I thought we was gonna be out the pandemic. And
we had plans and everything.
we are still in this damn pandemic. Do you realize when we started this podcast, y'all, we were trying to decide where we were gonna do it at.
Yep.
Tone hit me up, talked to Keke. We was all on three-way. They said, "Where we gonna do it?" It was like, "Hey man, let's do it in the studio." Then we was like, "Hey, it might not be open. I tell you what, let's do the first few episodes on Zoom. By that time, the pandemic should be over, and we'll be back. We can do it in the studio." Ladies and gentlemen, 20 weeks later, we're still on Zoom. So that tells you, I thought the pandemic was going to be over in August. I swear I did. And I was pushing it. I was, it'll be over by August. It is October. So, check y'all mental health. That's my whole final thoughts are just about your mental health. If you're going through some mental health things, man, try to find some things to get your mind right. Mental health is real. And listen, don't be afraid to talk to somebody about it either. A lot of people don't want to be judged and they feel like, oh, people going to be talking about me. It's better to get it out than keep it in.
Man, Zach been dropping gems and final thoughts, man. He been trying to make sure people good. Gave a Bible verse and now helping out people's mental health. I like you, man. I like what you going through, bro. I like this vibe.
I just want people to be safe, man. People go through stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let's go ahead and get to this. Keke, final thoughts.
Just what Zach said, really, I cannot believe that we are still here on Zoom 20 weeks later. But you know what? I really am enjoying the pod. So shout out to everybody who's watching and tuning in and telling us their thoughts about it. We love that. Keep it up. And for real, like Zach said, really check on your mental health. Because, I was laughing at Tone because he be, he's doing his bike rides and he'd be like, I got to get out the house. I'm here now. I am at that place. I will go outside and just stand in the driveway at this point. I got to get out of here. Later on this week, I'm taking a mental health trip with my friend. Just like, I got to go. I got to go to the spa. I got to get a massage. And I just got to act like I'm on vacation, even though I'm probably still going to be in Illinois. I just have to, I just have to get out of this house. So, for real, take care of your mental health. Because this pandemic ain't nothing to play with. And I just know people got their coins are tight right now, all type of stuff going on. You can't borrow it from me, but I pray for you. So, if you got any prayer requests, send them all in the comments. I'm dead serious, y'all. But
you can't borrow it from me.
That's how real this pandemic has got. So, I'm ready to get outside. So y'all pray for me too. But okay, I'm done.
Oh my God.
I'm done.
Man, shout out to everybody, man, that's been rocking with us for these 20 weeks. It's been a great run for sure. Who would have thought one phone call in the middle of the night to Zach Boog pause would have turned out to be a 20-week successful
This ain't no Andrew Gilliam situation either. Yeah.
Right. I know, right? It just, hey man, thanks again, everybody. And I'll tell you, my trick to mental health, y'all could try it.
Yes.
my trick to the mental health now, of course, riding bikes, getting out, doing stuff.
Yeah.
Try to be as social as you can while you social distance, but go back through your pictures. A lot of times we taking pictures and stories. Just go back through the pictures, man. I've been back to 2013 in my pictures. They're like, oh yeah, that was a vibe. Man, I forgot about that. Now I don't really get on my Facebook as much. I went through my Facebook stuff like, yo, I remember. So that remembering them good times, man, I'm telling you. So it makes your Throwback Thursday pictures pretty cool. And also it just reminds you of, man, where we came from. It's a cool thing. So try that, guys. With that being said, let's wrap up episode 20. We appreciate you. Follow us, subscribe. You know what to do. And you always know what I try to say without sounding corny, but it always sounds corny when I watch it over. What more can I say?